What up, y'all? Welcome back to the next episode of Don't Do That, right here on Epic Fridays.
Maximum effort.
All right,
LFG.
LFG. All right, so grape soda. It's a rocket stick from House of Dank. Is the spot.
That is the spot.
Tis the spot. And remember, from Sunday to Thursday, from 9 to 12, you got 15% off all product that is not on sale, which also includes their deli flour.
Oh.
So make sure you hit them up. Great smoke. You also earn points towards money off your product, and you also usually put into a raffle to earn certain things as well. So I would suggest probably because there's some
we got some heavy topics today. It's not just,
so it's
it's not just
I guess we can just kind of run off of
just jump right in.
Right into the situation. Well, a mother is suing a school that suspended their 13-year-old son for making a rifle out of Dr. Pepper cans. Okay,
what?
So yes, mom is suing.
Wait a minute, no, I'm not. I'm talking about the rifle out of Dr. Pepper.
Yep, he had made a rifle out of Dr. Let me see. I believe there is a picture in this particular story. Or at least I thought there was, but there's not. He made an actual rifle out of Dr. Pepper cans. So the mom is suing Missouri school for suspending her son. This is unconscionable.
Unconscionable.
Yes, thank you. My son never hurt or threatened a single person. Now, this is a white kid that had did this. All right, so he was suspended for making a gun in school. So that's, so it is what it is.
Well, that can be quite disruptive.
She is the child is 13 years old. The child's name obviously is not being released because he is a minor. So instead of using common sense, our own school district treated my child like a criminal for arranging empty soda cans in a way they don't like. What happened to the First Amendment rights? The First Amendment rights to obtain kids like that. So, but we're going to talk about criminals. So we're going to go back to actually 2015. A Muslim child named Ahmed Mohammed was arrested at MacArthur High School in Irving, Texas, after his homemade clock was mistaken for a bomb. He had brought the clock, which he assembled in a pencil case, to school to show his teacher. A teacher mistook the device for a bomb and reported it to the school officials, leading to his arrest. So Ahmed's parents had obviously sparked a national debate about racial profiling and Islamophobia. Now, with many arguing that his actions were motivated by his Sudani ancestry and Muslim faith. After the incident, he was not charged with any crime, but he was suspended from school. His family later sued the city of Irving for the school district, alleging civil rights violations, but the case was later dismissed. Okay, so that's pretty, it was made into an AK-47, into a very popular rifle that is not used for hunting.
Yeah, and why
but is used for 13-year-olds should not. After the post, which was made off of the school grounds, the belongings were searched September 16th in 2024, and he was subsequently suspended by the Mountain View Birch Tree, our school district, for 3 days. That's all he got. 3-day suspension for making a gun. Now,
personal experience.
Now, I know that there could be different ways to look at this. If everybody one way to look at it, and it would be different, and it could be used absolutely if everybody was actually treated the same. Okay. And by treated the same, I mean by race, culture, religion, whatever you want to put it down as. All right. This white child simply got suspended. While back in 2015, just to get a rights movement, this child had to be arrested, still suspended for making a clock. A clock, not a bomb, not a gun, nothing, a clock. And still being suspended. He was still arrested, even though they could have simply seen that it was not a bomb. And then on top of it, as they're still trying to sue because he was still suspended for something he didn't even do, it still gets dismissed. So whenever you sit back and you boo-hoo and you cry, hi, talk about my poor baby got suspended and he's being treated like a criminal. What about this child who simply made a clock to tell time?
Right.
Made at home by his own two hands.
A clock.
Over the weekend. And he still gets suspended from school.
Not a pop can AK-47.
Not a pop can AK-47. You know, not with all the problems we're having right now, right? Sorry, kids don't belong thinking about or dealing with guns right now in school.
Well,
there's enough violence to be thinking
They
about.
do if you're low-key militarizing them.
Oh, here, let me go ahead and show you a picture of the parents. Here, babe. Here, let me show you a picture of the picture of the parents.
If you
here
are one of those
packs
of individuals that
definitely
are arming themselves.
Her name is Riley Grunden. That is her, guys. And if we want to be stereotypical and judge people by what they look like, you definitely, to me personally, because again, I'm sorry, I'm all white here.
I don't even have to see it.
I can.
If your 13-year-old is making, if your 13-year-old is making an AK-47 out of pop cans, I can pretty much guess that you are militant. You are all about the guns, the weapons, the gun show. Let's go and get some ammo here. You're probably a survivalist type of, which there's nothing wrong with.
No, survivalist, no.
There's nothing wrong with that. But
teaching your child to be militant is a little different. Like survivalist, you don't need a AK-47.
Your 13-year-old should not be knowing all that much about an AK-47.
Now, a 410 shotgun for hunting, absolutely. I'm sorry, that's something that even my generation had grew up doing to survive, to hunt for food, but also was something that you had to earn. And the moment you did something screwy with it, you lost it and never received it again. Happened to my brothers. And they never seen them little BB guns again.
Now, moving on to the lightest topic in this whole episode.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Lightest topic in the whole episode. Ready? All right. Here comes the feather. Hasbro, because you know that I am Mr. Superhero Swag. Maximum effort. Let's fucking go. Now, Hasbro made me very happy the other day. They have renewed their license with Disney, meaning that all of my action figures get to stay being made by Hasbro, and I don't have to worry about someone coming in and deciding they want to make my figures, I don't know, 7 inches tall.
Can't wait till you're gone, bro. So hopefully the real replacement will make them smaller.
Everyone knows who to blame if you're wondering why Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are not a part of the Shorts universe here on 16 TV. You all know who to blame.
Todd McFarlane. I'll speak his name.
See, I wasn't even going to say it. Look at you.
I'll say it.
But, yes.
Facts.
So, and also getting to the Donald of it all. Hasbro estimates a $300 million impact
Ooh.
If China tariffs
God.
don't come down. That means, unfortunately, although I just heard the great news that Hasbro will be keeping the license with Disney, that the action figures are probably gonna skyrocket.
Oh, we're not even going to, let's not just talk about that part.
And we're gonna hear a bunch of people crying because a lot of the plastic, a lot of the parts, the head sculpts,
come from China, you guys.
A lot of that stuff comes from.
That means you're going to be paying more for your stuff. So you're going to either want it or don't want it. I don't want to hear any complaining about the price.
Although we are going to hear it anyway.
It's not their fault.
We're going to hear it anyway.
You know who to blame.
All I can say about the whole Maximum series of it all is,
you know who to blame.
I have the Maximum series Spider-Man as well as the Maximum series Hulk on pre-order, and I'll tell you why. I wanted it, and so I got it. If I didn't want it, I wouldn't have got it. We as collectors have disposable income, and if you do not want to spend your disposable income on that Hulk, if you think the 80 years Hulk, if you think the cucumber lip, I used to call him cucumber lip. If you think the pickle lip is the best Hulk for you, then keep that Hulk. I want the Hulk that thunderclaps, and I like the other three head sculpts because
I will admit I don't like all of the head sculpts myself.
It'll just give him different facial expressions.
It is good to have something different, and it is good to have
options. Options.
Exactly.
I'm telling a story, so I want him to be able to have different people expressions.
Or
although I would like
different people like him.
Yeah, I would like a Bruce Banner. I would like a Dr. Kurt Connors. After they've transformed, say both got purple pants on with the rips. There you go, just bare feet, and then it's easy, guys. Come on. I want Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, you mean civilian characters?
Yeah, we need those civilian characters that we don't have, because the heroes and the villains have no one to oppress or save.
In the game, you even brought him into the movie. Do a flip.
Yeah, where's
simple.
That guy?
Where's that guy?
That would be funny if you got
that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Do you know how many people would probably flip out?
I would get one. I would.
He would.
I definitely would. Just so I could have him. Do a flip.
Do a flip. Spider-Man, do a flip. Hey.
Now, real quick before she moves.
Good. Yep. Go ahead.
Luigi, as in, because I figure I want to grab this because Mario Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty to federal murder charges. Now, here's my thing with this. Did they not have a video of him walking up on dude and popping?
Thing is, though, there's a lot of controversy around his arrest.
Okay.
Because the mugshot that they show, too, the man, there's a lot of things that don't match what, I feel like a lot of people feel like it's one of those, we want to hurry up and get this shit taken care of.
So they setting somebody
up. Just setting whoever it is that they can get as close to the description as they can. I don't, there are other people out here that follow that because there's a lot of stuff to follow, and it's a lot of, I don't have the mentality for
it. This 26-year-old man is, of course, yes, he's only 26 years old, and he is accused of murdering the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. 26 years old.
And he's pleading not guilty, though.
He's pleading not guilty, but I mean,
I believe that there's a lot of stuff.
When they are trying to push a narrative,
Nothing. No, go on.
I'm just saying.
I swear, I feel as if
when they're trying to push a narrative,
there was a lot. There was and still is
a lot of speculation.
Speculation. I know there's a lot of people out there that know a lot more about it than I do. That if you know anything about it and you have information, and I know there's theories and stuff. I'm not going to call them conspiracy theories because some of it that I was reading into it, how I was looking into it, it didn't really make a lot of sense to me either. Like, that doesn't look like him really. Not like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, but it didn't really.
I could put on my
it doesn't pull.
I could put on my tinfoil hat and I could give y'all a couple of theories about some things that have happened in recent events.
I don't know.
Y'all
And dude,
be
look,
like, what?
Look,
What?
the guy, like,
No.
one, the shot that they're showing that showed his face is him taking his mask off. He had a mask on and smiling and flirting with that. But
why
it's
would
like,
he do that after he just killed somebody? Why would he do that?
That's something. And how did he get to a certain destination by a certain? Like, I mean, there are people out there that when I tell you they broke down
the magic bullet
timeline,
the magic bullet,
there's a lot of holes that are still kind of there that really can't be folded. But at the same time, like, I mean, it's I can't really touch it. All I hope is they make change when it comes to certain things. Because all I remember is that some people's pockets, and I'm talking poor people's pockets, were being played with by the rich. And somebody got a little fed up with it and popped him. So, again, I don't want to, because I don't remember if somebody's family had passed from it, but there's a lot of stuff behind that.
There's a lot of stuff that
a
lot of very wealthy people are doing and have done recently that is going to have a huge impact on our country.
Yeah, and we're already starting to see it.
Just pack that in your pocket.
When you go to the grocery stores, you guys, and you see the price tags, I dare you, because a lot of places don't remove the previous price tags. Go and look at that price tag of something that you know is possibly something that's not made here, but is shipped here. Like, look at butter. Look at some of the butter, the imported butter even. Look behind that other price tag and tell me how much that stuff jumped. Look at your yogurts. Look at how much they've jumped. Some of them are almost $2. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, this one is deep, you guys, because this is a very horrible situation. A very, very horrible situation.
Well, we're just going to keep a theme today.
I guess there was a street race on MLK last night.
Oh, no.
It was devastating. Now, apparently, from what it's been told, is that the person that had pulled out of, I believe, what was it, Pierce Street? Yep, pulled out of Pierce Road. Excuse me, Pierce Road, not Street. Pierce Road off of MLK was legally allowed to pull out. But the thing is, though, is we all know that there are people that, even though, yeah, we speed, everybody speeds. If you don't speed, I almost want to call you a liar. And the only reason why you don't speed is either you haven't had a driver's license in 20 fucking years, or you don't have one at all. Okay? I get, like, overzealously speeding, like 98 mile, like street racing is a little upset. It's not cool. All right? Especially at that time of night where it is busy. It is genuinely busy. So you have people that are going at least 10 miles over, but you also have this dumbass people that will pull out from a side street and still pull out in front of you and not gain speed.
Yeah.
Now, that's neither here nor there.
I have a whole rant.
There's neither here nor there. Okay. We need to remember when situations like this happen, because 13 people were sent to the hospital to refuse treatment. The ages from 3 to 50, yeah. to 53
Who's
were
a 3-year-old
all
doing a?
people were. It was 6:30 at night, babe. This is what
Okay,
I mean.
okay,
Like, this is why I mean it is very busy at that time.
okay. I thought it
Okay,
was a late
and
night
we know
thing.
not like a late night. It might have been like 8:30. Excuse me. I mean between 6:30 8. I mean actually, let me look at what the hell I put on here. Let me look. Sorry guys, because this is a very 8:30. Okay,
Okay.
but it's
still light out.
it's still
here.
busy enough
And
out there that you really shouldn't be doing that.
It should.
Now,
Not on MLK.
not only are there are victims of it, but even the people that were racing were also extremely injured. I can't remember if anybody passed. Prayers, period. Period.
Let's hope that
I don't
nobody,
care now.
man,
This is this is where the don't do that really comes into.
Please don't do that.
No, in situations like this, because our kids have people act like street racing and shit hasn't been happening since the 70s. Okay, people have been doing it for years. We get it. Okay, whatever. People got hurt. People can lose their lives. I would rather somebody live to see another day and learn from that, to experience of like, wow, I will never do that again.
And I got
and
at least.
But then you have those people out there
in Detroit
that are saying,
at least,
oh, screw prayers for those that were racing. They deserved that. They shouldn't have been out doing. No. Everybody makes stupid ass decisions. Like sleeping around, getting pregnant, and then killing the kid. But we're not going to talk about that because you decided to have unprotected sex. But we're not going to talk about that. So
now that segues
right into that.
Unprotected sex.
There you go.
Okay. Let's take the glasses off of this one. Shannon Sharp. Club Shay Shay. First time that I was ever introduced to Club Shay Shay is probably one of its viral moments when they had Cat Williams on there and he was spilling it. Spilling the tea.
The tea.
On a bunch of different people. Interview went viral. Shay Shay went viral. That's when
Diddy went viral. Okay.
That's when I knew that, something special was going on with Shannon Sharp. Now, he's interviewed a bunch of people since then. And it has just been brought to our attention in recent days that he has been accused of sexual assault and rape. It is a $50 million lawsuit. And the lawyer in question, who is on the other side going after Shannon Sharp, who is representing, what is her name? Gabrielle, what again?
Zuniga? Is really
We're probably butchering the
Zuniga.
name. We're probably butchering the name. He met her when she was 19. She is now 22. He is now 54, 55, 56.
He's 56 right now. He was 54 at the time. She was 19 at the time whenever they started dating. She is now 21. You spell her name, it's Gabriella. The last name is Zuniga. I don't
Zuniga.
I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not doing it.
Everybody's input on it is that he is way too seasoned to be messing around with this young girl. Now, a lot of the stuff that I heard, especially some audio from one of the calls where he was a little too aggressive with his words. He told her he would choke her out next time he saw her if she said whatever she had said again.
Said that he was a manipulator.
That is not something that you say and then later say, I didn't mean the words. I was
I was in the heat of the moment.
Nah.
My thing is
nah.
I mean,
you play chess. As a man, you play chess. You do not deal in
childish
your emotions as much as women do. So therefore, you are very choice with your words until you get to a point where you boil over, because we are very stoic and inward with our emotions. So you cannot tell me that you tell your lawyer, oh, he didn't understand what he was saying. He didn't mean the words. He didn't know what he was saying. Oh, bro, we don't do
Shannon
that.
Sharp is a very smart man.
We don't
Okay,
do that.
I'm not gonna sit there and say, because at the same time I've watched his shows and he's very, very, very intelligent. He's not
messing
stupid.
with this little Slimmy for 2 years. Little white girl, where's Dr. Umar? Because you already know
Hear the snow bunny.
He about to roast. But you about to fall into the Jonathan Majors thing, man, and you just doing too much. You're in the media for way too much. You're in the media for the roast Sparks after you had the I went live by accident having sex with somebody. That's what got Gabby mad when she heard about that. She thought that you and her were exclusive, and so she heard about that, and then she got pissed off, like, oh, so you banging somebody else, and then you making fun of it by going to doing the Rose Sparks commercials, and I thought me and you was exclusive. Yeah, so
I don't know. Either way, the text